Welcome, everybody. I'm Nancy.
I'm Nancy. Congratulations on your award.
Oh,
We are here to celebrate Nancy Cronin, who is the winner of Victoria County's Volunteer of the Year Award, nominated by many people and appreciated by many in her community. Thanks so much for meeting with us, Nancy. I wanted to ask you a few questions to get to know you a bit better.
Sure.
When did you start volunteering?
started volunteering at a community center that I went to. And you start off participating in something, and then you see somebody needs help, and you offer the help, and suddenly you're a volunteer. It's not that word volunteer, it's just you see need, you see somebody that needs help or along those lines, and you offer. And that's how it all starts.
Why do you think it is important for people to consider volunteering?
Being with people and uplifting each other. When you get that energy, I suppose it is, from other people as well, then it just gets elevated and everybody feels that the same, I think.
You have a keen interest in seniors' mobility. Is there something particular that motivates that?
Doing pickleball, I see that activity and that ability for folks to keep moving, and I think that's really important as we age, is that just keep going, right?
I wanted to ask a little bit about Boularderie Island Connected and how you became involved with that, and if you know whether or not there are other groups like this in the county.
Got a thing in the mail about the cooking classes at the Big Boularderie Hall, and I thought this is a perfect opportunity to meet my community. As an observer, I saw people joyful and enjoying, and after the cooking classes they'd stay, or the lunch and learns, there was a huge amount of activity, of conversation, of just sitting and enjoying, and long after the event is over, folks are still staying and enjoying that time together. I see that same model, I guess we'll say, of bringing seniors in the rural communities, and they are rural and they live long distance, but they come to one spot and that's where they connect.
How do you bring an idea to life and make it become an event in your community?
It starts with an idea, and when you present an idea to other individuals who have a different lens in life, a different perspective, we all come from somewhere. And I think it starts as a seed. Everybody waters that seed in some way, and how that evolves is really, and it usually comes really good because so many people contribute. And that's why we need more volunteers. We need more folks on boards like that, because we all have something to contribute. As older adults, we've had a lifetime of experience, good, bad, and fantastic, right? And we bring that to the table.
How does it feel to know that you serve as an inspiration for others to volunteer, as they've said?
When I think back to my childhood, I think about my parents. My dad was a scout leader, my mom was a Girl Guide. I mean, they were volunteers. We didn't know it. Now you think, I think they may have had more influence than I knew.
And are there any volunteer projects on the go currently where you are actively recruiting volunteers?
Right now, because it's summer and I do struggle because I'm new at it, I call it the volunteer coordinator at the Ross Ferry Marine Park, and we are the Ross Ferry Stewardship Society. So we have a canteen every Sunday from 12 to 4, and we do have a summer student who prepares the hot dogs. We have a gentleman who, right now, who does the French fries. But I have volunteers taking orders for just 2 hours, and then another 2 hours. And again, it's summer, so it's a tough goal.
Is there any thoughts that you wanted to add?
So many communities that care for each other, and they care in a quiet and concerning way. They don't, boast it, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but no, when someone needs help, they know and they take care of it. And it's done quietly and respectfully, and I just love that. I had a wonderful experience at the Bay St. Lawrence Health Fair. Now there's something health and wellness. A tiny little fishing community in the northernmost part of Cape Breton, bringing health and wellness to that one location for that community was just astounding. And if we can continue to support those endeavors of folks like that, I think that's what we have to do, and we do, and community does do that.